Hello again, it's your friendly neighborhood host JT Wheatley back for another edition of the History Comics Podcast. This time another edition of the classics, and we're going to do something a little different this time where I'm actually going to approach an adaptation of a comic book that in my opinion is a true classic, while the comic book not so much. And with this we'll be talking about the Men in Black 1997 film starring Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones and directed by Barry Sonnenfeld. Now, this is actually an adaptation of the 1990 comic Men in Black created by Laurel Cunningham, originally released through Malibu Comics, now owned by Marvel Comics, in which, of course, is the concept of there's this organization called the Men in Black, who are basically men in black suits who protect the Earth from paranormal phenomenon. And something like the X-Files, only they're the people on the other side of the X-Files. They're the guys who are actually keeping the government secrets and supposedly protecting the Earth. Though Men in Black is a lot more sinister than they don't just protect the Earth, they kind of control it and influence events. And also, they're a lot more dangerous. For instance, in the Men in Black movie, they use the neuralizer to erase memories. In the comic book, they just kill people. And so it's a lot bleaker and darker, but you can see the core concept and how it was brilliantly adapted to the 1997 movie, which by all accounts is a true classic comedy film that still holds up to this day, and truly launched the Men in Black franchise. And of course, it's paired by, Will Smith's brilliant lead performance. But this is the film that truly launched his career as a movie star and proved he had movie star chops. Balanced perfectly by Tommy Lee Jones, who has a great dry performance as Agent K, and of course, Will Smith as Agent J. And it's a great cast in general, brilliant physical effects. And Barry Sonnenfeld has a right touch. This is the guy who originally did the Addams Family movies. So it has a right mix of realism, but a nice little quirky tone. Because he worked under the Coen brothers and also with Tim Burton. And it's sort of a nice little twist tone to it that it's perfect for these kind of movies. It has kind of a little bit of a black comedy in there, but it's a lot of fun. Great film. And yeah, it's like, and this, I put this up there is, every now and then the movie is better than the book. And Men in Black is better than the original comic book, just as Jaws is better than the original book. The Godfather is better than the original Mario Puzo book. Princess Bride. I can name a few films that are better than the books. Another one, Shawshank Redemption, better than the book. And of course, back to this original Men in Black movie. This is actually a movie that is better than the original comic book. So if you get a chance, you might want to check out the original Men in Black comic book for a curiosity's sake. If you're up for a great movie watch, especially during the summertime, check out that original Men in Black 1997 film, because that is a true classic.
More positive than a New Day pancake. More fun than a super kick party. It's the wrestling podcast from the host, who is the hammer swinging, burrito eating, well, you know the rest, of Thunder Talk. Sexy Thor. It's the Ring of Thunder, found in the Thunderverse and among the great podcasts of the ESO network.
And now is May 25th, 2023, time for the favorite comic of the week. City Boy, #1 by Greg Pak and Minku Young, which is a great new DC series that takes place in Metropolis, in which we meet Cameron, who has a strange, almost connection to the city as he's able to basically live off the city by itself, find lost things and knowing that people have discarded, and make a living that way. However, this naturally attracts the wrong kind of attention, but those people find out just how powerful he is and how much of his connection to the city actually is. Pak does a great job introducing his new character, not only setting up his kind of an origin story about how he's essentially was abandoned by his family and as he's living on the streets and how he came about his powers, but he also kind of hints at what these powers are. And doesn't really show exactly what they can really do. You get a kind of an idea about how he's connected to the city, but it's very well done and very cool and illustrated, and especially well done by Young's art, which has a nice Mangus feel to it. It shows off the high-tech nature of Metropolis, which you kind of have to do with Metropolis. Like, it's supposed to be the city of tomorrow in the DC universe, so it looks great. But yeah, this looks to be an exciting new DC character and a nice addition to the DC universe in general. So yeah, definitely check out City Boy #1. And also, I have to make a quick note. As of this recording, the Flash CW series finally wrapped up its series in a very nice, heartfelt way. I know many people can make an argument that this show probably lasted a season or two too long, and this last season felt a little uneven. You wish they knew going in this was going to be the last season. We wish there was some insiders storytelling, but that last episode had all the right heartfelt moments. It was a very nice tribute to the series as a whole. Brought back some classic characters and moments from throughout the entire run. And yeah, The Flash. Those first 2 or 3 seasons were fantastic. Easily some of the best Flash you'll ever see, and it's going to make that upcoming movie a lot to live up to. Though I've heard good things, but at the same time, Ezra Miller as the star, some questionable things there. But that being said, it looks like the superhero era of the CW is about to end, which is kind of sad because I argued that was still the best DC shared universe created up to that point. Because Snyderverse didn't quite cut it. I think I'd go back to the DC universe. But that in The Flash, nice heartfelt ending. So with that, we'll conclude with this week's edition. Join me again next week for another edition of the Classics. And until then, go out and enjoy yourself a good comic book. Or even better, go out and watch a good comic book movie that's actually better than the original book. And that is Men in Black, which is a true classic.